6,500 per bag, representing a subsidy of Kenya shillings 3,000 per bag for fertilizer. To date, Mr. Speaker, 2,246,000 e-vouchers have been issued to registered farmers. As at 22nd April 2023, 28 counties were participating in the maize and coffee value chains. The total digitally registered farmers in these counties was 2,332,000 farmers. In these counties, 1,960,000 50-kilogram bags of fertilizers have been bought, and by a total of 271,684 farmers. Subsidized fertilizer for tea and coffee farmers has also been organized under the same program. And Mr. Speaker, again, I'll table some data or statistics on how this fertilizer has been distributed across the counties. Mr. Speaker, another intervention from the government is the provision of duty waivers on food imports. To bridge the food stocks deficit and stabilize the high food commodity prices, the government has granted duty waiver for importation of 1.4 million metric tons of white maize, 600,000 metric tons of rice, 500,000 metric tons of yellow maize, largely to be used for production of animal feed, 200,000 metric tons of soya beans, 300 metric tons of soybean meal, 1,600 metric tons of assorted protein concentrate, and 40,000 metric tons of feed additives, effective from 1st February to 6th of August 2023. Mr. Speaker, you will note that this program is being put in place to end before the Kenyan farmers' harvest season begins. Mr. Speaker, the duty-free maize imports will temporarily reduce the high cost of maize and flour for consumer benefit in the short term. However, the cost of food will be dictated by supply and demand, which is the key focus of the Kenya Kwanza government. Mr. Speaker, we will also engage in active post-harvest management programs, because it is estimated that Kenyan farmers lose about 30% of their crops. So we will put more effort in this particular area. We will also support the farmers in ensuring that we also deal with enhanced pest control and aflatoxin efforts to eliminate the danger of our foods being contaminated. We also intend to promote drought-tolerant crops. Mr. Speaker, in the current year, over 250 metric tons of assorted drought-tolerant seeds valued at Kenya shillings 50 million have been distributed in Embu, Meru, Makwiny, Machakos, Tharaka Nithi, Murang'a, Nyeri, Siaya, and Busia counties. These being basic seeds, it is expected that farmers will multiply and redistribute the seeds in their localities, thus addressing the challenge of seed access and food insecurity. Mr. Speaker, we also have quite a number of other government programs in collaboration with the county governments. These are programs that support crop and livestock insurance, the National Value Chain Support Program, small-scale irrigation programs, value addition programs, Kenya Cereals Enhancement Programs, Kenya Climate Smart Support Programs, just to name a few that are designed to help the farmers. Mr. Speaker, now let me come to the aspect of reducing the cost of fuel. The government has done the following. First, the government has lifted the moratorium on power purchase agreements as a way of enhancing the country's energy security by opening up the energy sector to continued investments and leveraging on the market forces of demand and supply. However, the price benefits will not be immediate due to other exogenous factors. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, prior to April 2023, the government imported all its petroleum product requirements through the open tendering system. The monthly requirement, and I think this is very useful for the members, the monthly requirement is approximately 740,000 metric tons of fuel. That is monthly. And this translates to, in monetary terms, it translates to about $70 million per month. All these petroleum products imports were paid for in US dollars, which put a strain on the government's forex reserves and caused a huge deficiency in availability of US dollars, causing depreciation of the Kenya shilling. The US dollar requirements by oil marketing companies account for about 30% of Kenya's total US dollar requirements. And I want to repeat that. The US dollar requirements by oil marketing companies accounts for about 30% of Kenya's total US dollar requirements, putting local foreign exchange reserves under pressure. In an effort to ease the aforementioned pressure, the government therefore entered into a memorandum of understanding with prospective governments and master framework agreements with their respective petroleum trading entities for the supply of petroleum products for a term of 270 days on extended credit for a period of 180 days. This arrangement is referred to as the government-to-government arrangement, G2G arrangement. Under the foregoing terms, Mr. Speaker, the G2G arrangement is under implementation, and the first cargoes, I'm emphasizing this, the first cargoes, that is MT Front Capella, delivering 80,000 metric tons of Jet A1 fuel